The commentator of football, the writer, the penmanship, Mr. Abraham Cepeda. Abe, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Hey now, Tony. It's going to be a great day here at Mission Bay High School. You can feel the energy in the crowd tonight.
Absolutely packed house, jam house, as always. People need to be turned away. People, the people are trying to watch ST Internacional, the representative of San Diego in the U.S. Open Cup, the Lamar Hunt Open Cup, something that we saw them defeating beating City SC San Diego, who is currently in first place in the UPSL SoCal South Premier Division, to SD Internacional's second place. Southwest, not too far back. They are actually in fourth place. So this is going to be a matchup that will probably happen at least once if it goes well for both of these teams later on, as they are both on a trajectory, as no foul called for a little shove and push there by the SD Internacional player. Fluid play. Abe, you're mentioning it. The weather does allow for this this style of play back and forth, as sometimes difficult to control the ball, as you saw right there.
Definitely going to be a bit more physical tonight. These guys are looking to have some fun.
I think I'm going to hook you up with the wireless goes, the Rode wireless goes for the second half. The legend of San Diego Inter broadcasting, Alejandro El Chia Villaseñor, unavailable tonight. He's on the injury report with a good long ball here over to the right-hand side, looking for a teammate, and he almost goes around, but good defense there, almost out of the woods in the final third for Southwest SC, as here comes a chance for the first goal. Goal! And the celebration. That's the R2 left celebration on EAFC, the classic dead fish. Rather insensitive right next to SeaWorld, but nonetheless, the 1-0 San Diego Internacional gets the first goal.
Really came out of nowhere there. Just Southwest caught on the back foot defensively. Really shouldn't be letting a goal like that in, but you got to take advantage of those opportunities when your opponent makes mistakes. And San Diego Inter was there, perfect, able to do that.
100% as it went, it happened. SD Inter up 1-0, San Diego Internacional needing to now defend very, very fluid. A lot of quick feet, a lot of educated feet out there. As the great Jim Ross would say, great dispossession here in the almost midfield, but patience there. Alexandro, the Frenchman. It's just Sandro. He goes by Sandro. What was that? Then it's not Sandro. Then you were correct. the great head coach Matt Palpalatok with the lineups here. We'll give you a second in a bit, and we'll go ahead and go over said lineups here for SD Internacional, who are trying to get out of their half with the ball in possession, almost giving it up in a dangerous spot there, but able to clean up somewhat. Southwest. A lot of communication happening for everybody. Dispossession. Referee says play on y adios. Bájenlo. Bajan. Foul. Good play here. Cross inside for the second goal. Goal. San Diego Internacional. 5 minutes into the first half. 2-0. We are back here. First half 2-0. San Diego Internacional, who have answered the question, can they score multiple goals in the first half? Something that they haven't really been able to do here in this season. They have been able to maintain a back and forth sort of style, putting them in second place in the SoCal South Premier Division. A lot of good talent. This team has been here longer than some of the professional teams have been around. It's 12 years. 12 años. Going all the way back. Who's our goalkeeper in net tonight for SD Inter? Love it. Good communication there. Good dispossession. SD Inter looking good so far. A couple miscues as well. It looks like this is going to be an avenue for Southwest to really take advantage of. The only glaring mistake really happening is 2 on the side of SD Inter. Ball comes into the box. No one to receive it, offense or defense. I do believe that's going to be Ollie. Now they're clearing it for that pass, finding. But a great break dance dispossession. That's some calisthenics stretching brought you in part by as Inter kind of trying to do their impression of the stretch there. Stretch Armstrong. You know what Stretch Armstrong is, Abe?
I do not. I've heard that being used in pop culture for many years, but I have no idea what it is.
Stretch Armstrong is actually a old timey toy, and it's this action figure that you can stretch because of its just unique and a fantastic sliding cutoff there by Capitan Brent Zuniga, number 2. But you were able to stretch him, and his name was Stretch Armstrong, and it's one of those first initial toys that probably your dad's dad was playing with back in the day, especially you. Yeah, dad's dad, maybe dad's dad. Yikes! It's gonna be a foul at midfield called on SD Inter. We have season greetings, playback, people joining from all over. We've had people internationally watching SD Internacional matches, locally watching SD Internacional matches. Something that we say around here too is, you've heard this, heard the Stretch Armstrong around pop culture. You probably heard around town that man with the ball, Brent Zuniga, anytime the ball's in the air in a defensive position for SD Inter, he is going to be there somehow. Like Joe Henry, say his name and he appears. I believe in Brent Zuniga. Joe Henry, possibly a San Diegan for a day very soon. Maybe one of the final opponents of John Cena. It's a never seen 17. The San Diego native, actually neighbors to San Diego Internacional here in Mission Bay High School, where a capacity crowd is almost had the fire marshal called out from Snapdragon the other day, where the fire marshal was called over into the supporter section because there was too many people there, Abraham. Much like here at Mission Bay High School, too many people.
And I heard somebody parked in a fire lane coming in, so made it trouble for the fire marshal to find anywhere to park too.
Well, let me tell you something, Abe. We are currently on Mission Bay High School, which is a closed campus. This is the dispossession here. It's going to be called a foul against Southwest SC. This is a campus because there are certain. I would agree with you if this was public property, but it's not because it's inside the campus. Technically, we should all have clearance to step foot where we are right now. Therefore, the laws that the DMV imposes do not apply. So we can put red on everything, and it doesn't mean anything. The law cannot do anything about a citation, a vehicular citation.
If an ambulance or a fire truck needed to come in here, they would be in some trouble. They'll find parking, though.
There'll be plenty of parking here because all these fans at the capacity crowd at Mission Bay High School use bicycles, oddly enough. SD Internacional, very international group that we've had here. We've had Danish, we've had French, we've had Ghanaian, we've had just about every flavor of human being be representing of SD Internacional's jersey and crest for the past 12 years. Seasons greetings to Playback. Seasons greetings to Brad. Check out our new 2 balls and a mic. San Diego's #1 soccer outlet as the San Diego Internacional's #1 offense is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, outnumbering, outgunning. But the one defender that's there is the one that got it. That's the Internacional corner kick. A missed opportunity there.
Still going to be a huge opportunity for San Diego Inter right now. They've been pretty good in the set pieces from what I can remember about this team.
Brought to you in part by Haribo Goldie Bears. Check out your local. Is that your preferred gummy bear, Abe?
I really don't have a preference. Gummy bear's a gummy bear. They all taste pretty similar.
Gummy bear is a gummy bear. I should have got you the 7-Eleven brand. Brought to you in part by 7-Eleven. This San Diego Internacional lineup. Carter in the back line. You got Brent Zuniga in the center position. Fusco in the left back, a hero of the Open Cup. Jake with the pairing, and Tony over on the right back position. In the midfield, you got Danny Strokis, the legendary El Más Viejo, the most tenured SD Internacional player. Then you have Spencer in there. Not Spencer Hoyle, he's up top, but this Spencer in the midfield is actually a spicier one. Not a spicier one, just a different breed, Different chilies around town, different Scovilles, different flavors. That's Danny Struckers right there. Trying and getting somehow a positive play. This is going to be a miss. Incredible. La más fácil y la fallan. You got Taj with the number.
Pero ya van 2-0. Cálmate, güey.
It is 2-0, 100%. Santiago Internacional leading 2-0, but much like you expect of the elite teams in any sort of league, you are not going to get those opportunities against better teams. So might as well take them when you have the chance. Spencer Hoyle up top as well as Luke Rayleigh. I might need to check if that's my car. The eyes of Abraham Cepeda, the ears of Abraham Cepeda, absolutely on top of it. The camera work, incredible. Abraham Cepeda. Check out his work on SanDiego.Futbol. That's SanDiego.Futbol, San Diego's #1 soccer website. I think so. I can say that. It's going to be a handball. It's going to be up, up, up. Let's see if he controls it. This is interesting. And nobody goes for the touch. Nobody has the courage to go for the one-touch control. That would have been phenomenal. Much like it would have been phenomenal had the AV worked for the national anthem.
You had the chance to sing it, but you were a little too nervous.
Too busy delivering some of the golden goodness that Haribo Bears have in store for you. Check them out at your local outlets. Something that actually does sponsor SanDiego Internacional. That's going to be a foul that is not going to be called. A little bit of a shove, but the referee says play on. He's actually let him play very well, very physical in these couple of challenges, and I'm here for it. It's cold here in San Diego. San Diego cold, in quotations. As it goes. You're right, Abe. Like, yeah, it is 2-0. They need to go ahead, maybe cool it down a little bit, control it. The more offense you have, the more openings you have in the midfield, the more chances you have. It is 2-0. Do you buy into that? The 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline, Abe?
No, you have 2 goals and they have none. People say that because the momentum shifts. They feel like it might happen more often in a 2-0 game, but you're more likely to tie if you're up 1-0.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you there. 200% is more than 0%.
Yes, but you can't make a percentage out of 0. So
Neither is 0.
200% more than 0 is still 0.
Math Facts brought to you in part by SanDiego.Futbol here. UPSL Math Facts. Check your local library for your trigonometry.
And it's pronounced library.
Check out Abraham Cepeda's pronunciation guide coming through in 2027, titled I Correct You, on air, as a long through ball is going to have a chance here. Goalkeeper for Southwest almost caught off guard, but it turns out to be a good idea for him to cut that out. Now going up top, goal! Goal! Great shot. 3-0.
Yeah, I was really questioning the goalkeeper's decision there to come off his line, but he was able to get back to the line and stand there to watch that shot go in. Really couldn't really do much about that. Just absolutely great shot, well struck, completely untouchable. 3-0 San Diego Inter. Like I said, 2-0 lead really doesn't matter. It's 3-0 now.
Very impressive as we approach the 19th minute. We're working on it right now. Yeah. SanDiego.Futbol's research department needs to. They'll give you Sandro, number 13. Believes the one that scored. See? No? See? No?
That looked like it was him. I will say that 3 kind of looks like a 5.
That's 13. The Inter is not going to get that.
That is your center back playing in the false 9 position, Tony.
That is the great and powerful Brent Zuniga. Captain Zuniga does at this point what he wants.
I mean, when you have the chance and you're moving the ball up, it's going to happen.
His 3-0 is brought to you in part by PB European and Imports. PB European and Imports with Coach Alex. Happy birthday, Coach Alex, the founder, CEO, the bankroller, the big boss of ST Internacional. We just saw his baby boy, his pride and joy, Alex, stop by for the keys. Women's restroom was closed, as this chance is about to close down for ST Internacional with a good sliding tackle, looking for a penalty, but I don't think so. The ball was touched.
All ball.
Puro balón. Juegue.
And this is where a little bit of the gamesmanship comes in. You see him walking over to get that ball for the corner kick. From this moment on, I think you really just got to start thinking about the time, making the game really slow down. You're up 3-0, and I think it's times like this San Diego Inter is really going to take advantage of.
It's times like these, as the Foo Fighters once said. I know Dave Grohl, avid watcher of SanDiego.Futbol, its #1 soccer outlet, soccer podcast. 2 balls and a mic. Halftime show as this cross goes in, up, and over. Goal kick, Southwest SC. Glad this 3-0 is not presented by Dexcom. Shout out in the comments. I think you would appreciate that. Well, you just guess what? Playback. The second corner is presented by my Dexcom. That is coming in. No, it's not. Corner kick from the other side, looking for the outside the volea. Cuidado. Think you can get away with that here.
When you're up 3-0, you start to make interesting decisions like that, and you know what? It almost worked out.
Sunday Night Football as a sideways karate kick by Brent Zuniga takes care of that ball somehow.
I mean, delay the offense. You got a big counter here. Sometimes you just get to get a foot on it.
I love having comments actually on this. Almost 70 minutes to slow down the time. Yes, Dave, we got a long way. See, in my playing years, what I used to say as a goalkeeper to my offense, because I couldn't score, that's not my job. But if you allowed the other team to let them score 3 on me, you have a whole nother half to score 4 on them. So that's going to be Southwest's idea here, as this ball is going to go ahead and travel out. A little bit too much on that through ball. Looking at the depth in benches as well, doesn't necessarily bode well for Southwest SC. But who knows? One player may be worth 5. As we've seen, fitness around teams with the name of San Diego is of the most paramount importance. Kind of good cross here. That goes up and over. Goal kick. What a good look. These kids are having fun out there.
It's hard not to have fun at Mission Bay High School, Tony.
Indeed, as this is going to be brought to you in part by Smog Express. Smog Express, yes, Abraham, you and your beautiful Jeep. What was the Jeep's name once again?
Susie.
So you and Susie can go ahead and head on down whenever Susie, that old gal, needs herself whenever she presents a check engine. You need to go ahead and get a smog check just because you need to do a vehicle retirement program and just smush her into a cube.
I will not retire that
You
car.
can go ahead and do that over at Smog Express. However, if you want to go ahead and save the life, as Southwest SC's defensive life was just saved there very well as good clearance, they try to have some offense generated. You want to keep Susie and give her another painful get me out of this existence. 20 years as this ball is going to go all the way back to Carter. You can go ahead and have her fixed up at PB European Imports. Just ask for Coach Alex. And then at Smog Express, ask for Zurdo. That's lefty in Spanish. Zurdo. Or Alex Jr. Tell him 2 balls at a mic. Tell him Abraham Spela sent you. Clearance here by Jake the Snake. It's in this capacity crowd tonight that you start to itch for another great outing of soccer here in about 8 days. 7 días. San Diego SC, not SC, FC. We'll be battling Minnesota. Not a lot of Minnesota San Diego history. I can remember actually a Chargers Minnesota Vikings game where Antonio Cromartie returned a 109-yard field goal attempt and still lost that game.
Wow. Isn't the head coach of Minnesota Vikings have connections to San Diego State?
That's enough Charger and San Diego football talk. Aztecs won.
Yeah.
Feel good.
It's an important game.
Important game. They are
wasn't as flooded as we would thought it would be.
However, there will be one more game before Minnesota versus San Diego FC at Snapdragon Stadium, and it will keep raining. That one's 2 days before that game.
Well, you don't have to worry about that here at Mission Bay High School. The field quite honestly looks pristine, as you just said, Tony.
Stole the word right out of your mouth.
Yes, you did.
Groundskeepers do a fantastic job of keeping the Mission Bay squirrels.
And birds. Can't forget about the birds.
Cannot forget the birds. Sometimes you get those up there as here comes a good cross. Ollie looking for the connection.
Good defending there by San Diego in third. Not by San Diego in third, sorry. By Southwest. Just 2 men on. Able to head that away. Force a corner kick instead of letting a dangerous shot on goal go in.
That was not brought to you in part by Dexcom as well. Your guy, Alo on the field. Check out Alo on the field on Instagram. Great shots of any angle. Wow, what a great attempt. That lands in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. Shout out to Manny Alonso. Take some great pictures for SanDiego.Futbol.
Manny Alonso asked me about Este Internacional.
Oh, really?
And I told him that he would be more than welcome to come over and take some snapshots. I know some of these guys would love to have some of those on their social media pages, and it's part of the machine of soccer and what it is nowadays, and the glamour aspect of it. Like, hey, who doesn't love to have a good soccer action photo?
Do you have any really good action photos of yourself?
I do, actually, and we can play a carousel of them at halftime if we really want to. But at halftime, usually we listen to Mikey Varas here from us being in the press for the press conference post match, but no match this week.
Maybe we should interview Matty Papal. We'll talk.
Matty Pal talk. I will tell you, a former player of Sandiego Internacional himself has lived a lot of the history of this club. That's going to be called a foul. No. Ref said play on. Ref said let's give Southwest a chance. Maybe he's a bit more eagle-eyed than us up here. You think that was in?
I'll be honest. I'll say that was a foul, and now the ball being called for Southwest. That's a fair call, but that was definitely a foul.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
But the ref was standing in an awkward position, wasn't really able to see it from that vantage point, so it's understandable. I didn't call that.
Dispossession there. Strong challenge.
That's a big counter here.
Inter. Having a chance here. Taking a little bit too long. The ball at his feet now, just completely destroying their counterattack. They had it, lo tenían, y lo dejaron ir. Sana. Colita Rana vacunados. 4-0. SanDiego Internacional. I think we got ourselves a candidate for SanDiego.Futbol's goal gaff of the week. Here at minute 31. As you hear under his breath, just saying, compete. That's Brent Zuniga. He's the captain. That guy's an engineer. The guy wakes up at 2 a.m. and builds and makes stuff and just stays in absolutely phenomenal shape. Girl dad. I don't know how he does it. But he's here. 4-0. And Southwest will have to generate something, at least to make sure that the non-paying patrons of UPSL SoCal South Premier Division soccer don't go home feeling empty-handed. But so far, hands are full of goals for SD Inter. Can they get another one? And they do. 5. Una destrucción.
At this point in the game, Tony, the only question now is how many will they go for?
Brent Zuniga wants them to compete. They are still competing.
Goal differential matters in leagues like this.
And City SC is actually the team that's on top, first place. And I believe this is going to be actually the final match before playoffs. Long season. You hear a lot of good communication, but not a lot of good action moving forward. And SD, even though they're 4-0 up, it hasn't been the most tidy on their end in transition.
They're up 5-0, Tony. Come on.
We have Omar's again. San Diego State moved their Saturday game to this field. I think they can fill this one up. Courtesy of Omar. Shout out. Get involved. Thank you for being here. 5-0. Agreed. Playback. This is San Diego's team playback. This team has been here before 1904. This team has been here before San Diego Loyal and after. Before San Diego FC, before San Diego Wave. Before a lot of these teams actually in this division, they've played in the county league, champions of the county league. Because Coach Papa Alex, wanted a team for his baby boy and his friends to keep being able to play and live the dream. fans here asking for excellence. And this time, ball.
Not sure if our fans at home can hear this, but Brand Zuniga is really a true captain of this team. You can hear him coaching his team through this moment right now, saying, hold the ball, be patient, be comfortable, make them come to you. And it's really, I think, a marker of a good leader, being able to tell his team what to do during these important moments. You're up 5-0. Some teams might want to let loose, try a little bit of crazy things, but you got to be calm. You got to be patient. You got to let the game come to you sometimes.
As he literally does that, lets the game get to him, able to shield that ball and say, I want the ball a little bit more, as looks for a chance of an overlapping run over on the right-hand side. Instead, it's going to be a low pass strong enough to get over to the right wing. Goalkeeper Carter asking for Rondo. Just pass it around as this ball is going to be salvaged. Yes, it is. Step over here, step over Magic. Fighting for it. Fighting for a goal kick. Well done there by Southwest SC. To this point, as mentioned, City SC San Diego in first place, 11 games played. San Diego Internacional, 10 games, according to the official website. Rebel San Diego in third place, and Southwest SC. Right underneath there is Irvine FC. SC Internacional, 8 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Southwest, out of 10 games, 5 wins and 5 draws. Not tasting defeat this season is actually rather impressive. San Diego Internacional might be that, as the chant "Go Blue" is heard. 2 different ones. ¿A quién le vas? What a term. Dance with patience by Brand Zuniga there. As Sana Colita de Rana, a tackle so violent couldn't be captured by the cameras. That's going to be a yellow card, made up with some stellar camera work there. Son Human asking, is the Frenchman still with ST Inter? Correct. Sandro is still part of it. Actually having a great game here. Shout out to El Mimic 42, one of the most legendary human beings I've ever met. Abraham, just anime overlord. As this ball travels, touches nobody. Always impressive when that happens. But still in possession, ST Inter, but with a broken shot, goes out. Shout out El Mimi 42. Son Human, thank you for telling you, international as it gets. Some human concerned in the comment section continues. Will ST Inter be playing in the U.S. Open Cup? They are one game away, one victory away from making the tournament proper. They will be going up against Laguna, the team that bounced them out last time around. Laguna team still in the Southern California area, just a little bit more north up the 5. It is a great team. I mean, SanDiego Internacional has had their history too. They've been able to make it all the way into the last 64 best teams, maybe even 32 best teams a couple years ago, under the tutelage of Coach Keith Miller. As this ball goes into the hands in the breadbasket of Carter.
Or the Chuyi. Carter or Chuyi. I believe that's the first shot of the game for Southwest.
I'm sure he was absolutely chuffed to bits to receive that shot. Some action. You know, a clean sheet is a clean sheet, but, you know, goalkeeper wants to earn that. Wants to feel part of the team sometimes. But with a performance like today, Inter. He's just here. Brenzuni asked for the ball, and everybody just kind of looks at him, just like, oh, find him. All right, captain, you want the ball? Here you go. Receiving. That's a captain. Giving it to the goalkeeper. Make him feel involved, even though the first touch was kind of bad. Opening up their own space, and they go Inter. It's Tony there, the right back. Jake to Brent. Good play here. Good little chop and better block by Southwest. We'll see if Powder Blues can get one back here with a through ball. That's going to be a Nel Pastel. Giant sigh of relief by Abraham.
I don't know if it was a sigh of relief or if it was just a sigh. Aren't most sighs about relief?
One can say that when dogs shake, that's actually them shaking off stress. So that might be a human version of that.
Whoa.
We just walked a couple of fans. They're done with our antics here on the mic. That's going to be a call to foul.
Yeah. And just good sportsmanship out of Southwest, you know. Knows he made a mistake, immediately goes up. Tells SanDiego Inter player, hey, I'm sorry about that.
As we have a
shake hands, everything's all good.
For the first time in a while, actually, here at a SanDiego Internacional game. You see it at the bottom right there, on the 50-yard mark. Some magic spray, maybe. Listos para todos. Patrocinado por Telcel.
Have you ever used an on-field physio before?
No, as a goalkeeper, I prided myself in never needing a physio except for one match, and that's the only match I've ever needed medical attention. I had to not play for the next 2 weeks. Actually, finish the game for sure. Should not have finished the game.
Yeah. Got to protect some players from themselves sometimes.
Absolutely. And as a goalkeeper, nothing more there. That's gonna not be called a foul. Interesting dive, if it was what you're saying, referee. A dive. Saludos, mis amigos mexicanos. Saludos desde Corea. Son Heung-min in Spanish said that. Pues Son Heung-min, one of the heroes of Mexico.
Saludos.
You hear Pancho Villa, you hear Emiliano Zapata, Venustiano Carranza, you hear villains like El General Santana that sold half of Texas, all of Texas and California to the U.S. You hear just all these Los Niños Héroes, but then on that list is Son Heung-min for the Mexican people. Hero in the 2018 World Cup for Mexico, destroying Germany, having a goal there. Hermano Coreano Ya eres mexicano was the chant heard all through Mexico. Son Heung-min now being loved by the Mexicans of LA, as this through ball is another hero that shares this same city as this goal, almost as this cross that literally everybody watched. Now a cavalcade of hilarity leaves to nothing for Southwest SC. Incredible stuff here.
Yeah, it's a wet field. Sometimes you can have some moments like that. Get a ball right in the middle. No one's really there to get to it. There, maybe a little bit slick of a field, and then you have a chance to take a shot and you miss it.
As we'll have a likely a halftime substitution of goalkeepers, as that is the half 5-0. Pretty cut and dry here. Creo que se comió unos segundos. The referee. Nonetheless, halftime here, Mission Bay High School 5-0. We'll be right back with more UPSL action. 5-0 SDI. And we start here at Mission Bay High School with the second half UPSL SoCal South action. San Diego Internacional from right to left in the dark blue classic throwback Internacional colors. A bit of spiciness there to begin with. Here in the second half, 5-0 is your score line. 5 pepinazos, 1 brace by number 16, Luke the Juke Rayleigh. We also have the second goal was scored by Spencer Palmer, the cold one. Number 13, Sandro, the Frenchman, went ahead and scored that. Beautiful golazo as well. The fourth goal was that's a brace cinching one for Luke Rayleigh. And then number 10, Spencer Hoyle, getting the 5th goal of the night for San Diego Internacional. Tony Sanchez here from SanDiego.Futbol. And 2 balls and a mic alongside with Abraham Cepeda. How are you, man? Still kicking it over there?
Still kicking it. Not kicking it on the field, though.
Not on the field. We want to give a special shout out to the refereeing crew, Victor Calderon, the center official, Ahmed Zaki, the AR1, AR2, Simon Gonzalez, Thomas Episcopio, 4th official, Tomas Episcopio. As San Diego Internacional, literally, let's see what you have in the second half. Do believe that there has been a switch in goal. I believe that's going to be the Neto. In net. Neto. It's funnier than I thought it was initially, but here we are. San Diego Internacional. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your sisters, your tias, your tios, your dogs, your pet, your cat.
Your fish.
He was like, nope, not fish. Absolutely against everything fish. Hence the first goal celebration, the dead fish here next to SeaWorld. San Diego Internacional, a strong opponent actually of SeaWorld.
I thought I heard a firework earlier.
Are in play here. Sunday night football on SanDiego.Futbol in Mission Bay, right next to the newly lit holiday tree. Some call it holiday, some call it Christmas tree. As that's Danny Strokes there. And now Spencer Hoyle with a strong challenge. As the mini fireworks.
They're letting them play today.
Yeah, letting them play. Injury here for a Southwest player. Referee says play on. Los cohetes suenan. Not a lot of depth for Southwest SC. We told at halftime by the refereeing crew that they frequent watching these San Diego Internacional games back here on SanDiego.Futbol. Not only do they get shout outs, they actually ask me, "Oh, do you guys only say good things or about the referees? You guys don't say anything bad about us, do you?" We keep it light. We keep it light but fair.
Always have to be fair and honest with our viewers and our audience.
100%. And as we are, I was able to jot down the rest of SD Internacional's lineup here on the bench. You have Brandon Cortez, Kevin Capas, Mastipura, John, Zach, and Adam. And the starting lineup goalkeeper was Carter, but still there you have Brent Zuniga, number 2, Fusco on the left back position.
I believe Brent Zuniga is out now, correct?
Is he out? I thought I heard of Brent Zuniga out there.
I don't see him out there.
Sounds like you are absolutely right, my pal, my friend. Need to do a little bit more research on the SanDiego.Futbol, and we'll put that on 2 balls and mic. Research department. As the temperature's dropping, hood comes up for some optimal temperature here at Mission Bay High School, as we have hit a tepid 59 degrees here in San Diego. Let us know where you're watching from.
I'm watching from Mission Bay.
Watching from Mission Bay here on SanDiego.Futbol, San Diego's #1 soccer outlet. The People's Pod, 2 balls and a mic every Monday night, 8 p.m. on SanDiego.Futbol, home of the Chromaniacs as well for your SDFC exclusive coverage. You also get 2 balls and a mic covering San Diego Wave. You also have Soccer's Overtime, which covers and is all things news. MASL, the Major Arena Soccer League, the San Diego Sockers, the most decorated team, the 16-time champions, as well as Club Deportivo Movie Club, a podcast that hopefully at some point will be resurrected with our pal Drew Steck and Cesar H. Futbol, Cesar Hernandez, ESPN writer. What a pedigree, actually, saying this out loud. This silly little project really has. Starting with you, Abe, and this play by SD that decided to hold back because they had a great look for a through ball here. A couple bounces. It's going to be a goal kick. Very good by the goalkeeper for Southwest. Abe, ¿ibas a decir algo?
¿Qué pasó?
You were going to say something. But I like, you held
Oh.
the mic and I like bulldozed through.
Nope, I don't remember what I was going to say. Sometimes that happens in the world of broadcasting. Play-by-play man always gets first digs, and for a reason. Got a great voice, Tony.
Not liking the sound of your own voice is a punishment for the rest of the world by putting my voice out there for more people to hear.
You say you don't like the sound of your own voice?
I do not. The way it
I think a lot of people would find that hard to believe.
A lot of people would find that hard to believe. Some human in the comments, soca de la árbitro. Not a lot of árbitro, but somehow found him to cut off that pass. Hopefully he listens to this one back and goes there. Son Human, can we please get a post-game interview with Keith Miller? Well, let me tell you, Keith Miller is no longer the head coach of this successful SD Internacional team. That is actually now one Matt Palpalatok. Matty Palpalatok has been the coach for the last couple of seasons. You can go ahead and find him in his newly minted chair. Usually that's a big point of discussion. What type of chair will Matty have? Will it be a little tiny blue elementary school chair? Now he's upgraded to a chair of his own. Here, chair watch on SanDiego.Futbol. This ball is going to be watched out for a throw-in for Southwest SC. You got people watching from different places as look at that. Absolutely. Costco buy. Just so whenever it breaks, you can go ahead and return it for a full refund. Tony taking a tequila shot every time Tony says sana colita rana. That would be 3 for you this night. But me reading it out loud makes it 4. So drink up, pal. We need a report on the sidelines for all the subs and updates on the pitch during the game. That would cost money, and money that we don't necessarily have in the department. Literally, this is 2/3 of this whole operation is doing this whole broadcast right now of SanDiego.Futbol. And yeah, if you want to come down and do something, if you want to do it, playback, come on down. I'll make it happen. I can make that happen. I'll connect him with the phone down here. He's on an AirPod down there. We can make this happen. Watching from San Isidro, dice Omar. Saludos, Omar. Saludos, San Isidro. Saludos to the 92154. Saludos to the 92101. Shout out to 91910. That's National City. Chula Vista
I
has
thought it was Bonita.
No, we don't. But Bonita is unincorporated. They can go ahead and unincorporate themselves out of this conversation. San Diego Inter control. Taj. Taj, listen to this segue. Acting like a different type of mahal, a gender mahal. Hinder the gender.
Very unnecessary comment there. You've had better transitions. You've had better transitions.
I've had absolutely better transitions, 100%.
You know who has a really good transition? San Diego Internacional, who are up 5-0 and have been able to stop the transition from Southwest SC. Ooh, and great stop by the goalkeeper there.
Good play by Taj to make up and clean up for his previous play, putting the goalkeeper in a weird situation as we see royalty pass by Coach Alex in all his splendor, glamour, and just essence. As flag should be going enough for an Luke the Juke Rayleigh trying to juke 1-2, gets by 1, unfortunately cannot get through the 2. As quién sabe qué pasó ahí. I have no idea. I mean, I know what happened, but yikes. This unbiased yet obviously on the payroll for San Diego Inter commentator. I would like to see a goal for Southwest. You know, let's see what these kids can muster up. Obviously, maybe not the clean sheet being broken for the goalkeeping team. Saludos by Fidel. Do believe, you know, San Diego Internacional coming in. Taj with an autopase, now shielding the ball inside the box, fighting for the ball, hand holding, arm holding, hugging, and finally a foul. He decides that was when the foul was, when he moved out of the box, and let's wait it up a little bit. Salud, Tony and A says playback. San Diego Inter play quickly, and this is going to be a good stop by the goalkeeper, who immediately from his small box boots it out, doesn't give time for his team to move. It's a rookie mistake by a goalkeeper there. Even though you're down 5-0, you need to play fast. You still need to go ahead and give your team some time and walk the ball.
Seems like a little bit of frustration there out of the goalkeeper, wouldn't you say?
Correct.
Maybe a little bit of frustration at the defense, even letting that shot get on, just trying to get it out of there. But yeah, you're right. He should have waited. Should have let the team go up a little bit and then have someone to pass it up to.
Goals, gaps, and grades, a part of the segments that we have for tomorrow on Two Balls and a Mic. We've probably seen the gap of the week, the mistake of the week. And one of these goals for ST Internacional. Goal and great. I'll tell you, you know, if you're watching now, a preview, playback, more likely you. And 619 Soccer, who's just joining us. Holy moly, Abe. Correct. That is correct. Abe. And a emoji face and a open mouth emoji face. I won't tell you what type of fruit or vegetable is next to that emoji with that open face, Abe. I'll save you that.
A tomato, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. VeggieTales.
You got a favorite fruit or vegetable? That's too wide of a scope. Maybe let's just say favorite fruit.
But I will say I do like a good nutmeg, which is almost what happened there for ST Inter. Now you have me. Avocados are pretty up there.
I will say I've been thinking about pineapples a lot recently. Coconuts as well.
Coconuts are fine. Yes. Coconuts are fine. They're great. They're superfoods, but they're just fine. Like they're not top tier for me. Pineapple, on the other hand, a great looking through ball would have been better than that, but a great way to have pineapple is at a Brazilian churrascaria. Just that sweet Brazilian style candy, cinnamony pineapple. Have you ever had it?
I don't think I have at one of those places. Definitely my favorite use of the piña, or pineapple as it's said in English.
You get in La Quinta Piña. Today, that's going to be a good turn and a 6-0. San Diego Internacional. Abe craving a piña colada in the comments. If you want a piña colada, that was very off tune. 6-0, San Diego Internacional. Putting the name San Diego where it deserves to be, up high.
As we have a substitution here.
That is going to be a substitution. We're going to see Brandon Cortez coming on in this matchup. Brandon getting a standing ovation from the supporters, and as you see, they're reciprocating it. What a
class act there.
Class act. You know, this is primed for a Instagram edit of hashtag respect, just like the speed ones. Whenever he does anything.
Mm,
That's number 16, Luke Jude Grayley coming
Yeah.
up after a brace, a strong performance from another SD Internacional legend. As two different signals, two different directions, but center official says yes. I trust my assistant referee. It is a ball for San Diego Internacional. And then SD Inter, and then Southwest has, just words with the assistant referee, kicks the ball to the side, time wastes, his own time. As we don't have VAR here, so even if they wanted to, there's nothing that we can check. It's still ball for SD Internacional.
I will say, going back, favorite use of the piña inside of taco de adobada.
Inside of taco de adobada.
Taco al pastor. I don't really understand what the difference is, but I've heard them called both ways.
It's a dialect thing. Northern Mexicans from Tijuana call it adobada, but adobada is typically pork. Or al pastor is usually pork too. But, it's one of those.
Yeah.
By the way, deliciousness.
Back when I was in Oaxaca, I learned that tasajo is also just another word for carne asada.
It's all right. It's resurrection on YouTube. Saying, "Come on, boys, 2 Henny bottles on the line."
Wow.
That's some of these broadcasts nowadays have the stat lines. They have the betting lines, and here we have the Henny line. You got people in the comments betting 2 bottles of Henny. It's getting lit out there. 6-0 as I believe the score hasn't changed. Yeah, it did. Tony's on it. Did y'all see soccer's promotion? Is it the tequila one?
They get promoted to a higher division of soccer?
The promotion and relegation as love in soccer. That's you love to see it. Now I kind of need to see what the Soccers did. This ball goes into the hands and the bread basket. Just give the goalkeeper something to do. You gotta love it. I'm not sure if you're talking about Blanco Friday. 4 home opener tickets, 2 soccer scarves, 1 bottle of Califino Blanco tequila. Judging by the size of it, it's this size. But you won't get a better deal and better soccer action than at San Diego Internacional, Mission Bay High School, UPSL, SoCal South. Capacity crowd. You see some soccer hooligans. Next generation of supporters of the beautiful game. As that sounded worse than it actually was, that was just 2 camisetas, wet shirts coming together. We will have 2 substitutions for SD Internacional. That's 300%, talking about percentages. More substitutions available than Southwest will be able to have.
These hooligans are starting to get out of control here, Tony.
No, it's just
officials might have to do something.
Control this. Security needs to go ahead and they say the game's gone, but let's juego limpio, please, on and off the field. You hate to see violence at these events. Nonetheless, the fire marshal's not going to be happy with that. Number 9, that's Austin coming on, and then Adem as well to number 3. Son Humane says a 6-pack of Sapporo on the line. Please use SanDiego Internacional
Oh,
for your friendly bets.
what a great slide tackle there.
Incredible. Is that a 5 or a 3 on the back? That was a 5. That was actually Kevin Capas coming on in. As everybody wants to get involved, as a chance here, goalkeeper pounces on it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Abe reminds me of the broadcaster sidekick named Monty in the movie Major League. He was the nearly silent broadcast partner to the commentator Harry Doyle. How does that make you feel?
That's a good movie. I don't remember the silent broadcaster, if I'm being honest. I haven't watched Major League 2.
Abe doesn't get your reference as Kevin Capas is moving on forward, looking too much overzealous dribble there.
Because in the first Major League movie, it was just the one broadcaster, correct?
See,
that was Bob Uecker.
There's where you think the one broadcaster, but what he's referring to is a broadcaster so quiet / silent, nearly silent, that that I don't know. It's a you were compared to a legendary character in a legendary movie.
Well, thank you to the fan that said that. Was that playback? Did you say?
That was playback. Caroline saying,
"Thank you, playback."
Coming on in. I've never seen a G at the end of Edwin. Shout out Edwin. Brad saying, true. Season's greetings to everybody here. Any chances SD local Hugo Sanchez will make it to an SD Internacional match this season? I have some unfortunate news as we continue the 6-0 slaughter. Call it the slaughter at the snap. We'll call this the murder at the bay. Good. You hear the self-edit by Tony out loud. Self-praise. Any chance? No, unfortunately, Hugo Sanchez has been permanent shadow banned here at Mission Bay High School. That is actually nothing to do with his soccer teams, as we have a substitution from Southwest SC coming in. Just an unfortunate lacrosse incident. We are not at liberty to discuss such matters that are alleged. So unfortunately, we will not be seeing the likes of Hugo Sanchez. However, you do have a Tony on the field and a Sanchez up here. You have a Tony Sanchez, myself, alongside Abraham Cepeda, part of San Diego's #1 soccer team. Has no need for whatever just happened, but yes, need for that yellow card for whatever just happened. A little bit of shove in the back. There's no need for that. Giving a foul, giving a free kick in a play where the ball was nowhere near it.
Yeah, there are definitely times where you need to make an important foul against a defender when they have a good chance on goal, one-on-one opportunity, but the ball was definitely far enough away that the defender could have let that go.
Tony Sanchez, the only Sanchez we need. Some might say that's even too much Sanchez. We're here every week for SanDiego Internacional action. And see, it's 6-0. Why not test your mettle with a long distance free kick? It's Spencer Palmer with the number 12 standing over the ball. We'll see if he gives it a crack with the right foot. It's going to be Palmer. Palmer right to the palms, close palms of the goalkeeper, and a good second save. Control 0 by the center forward for Southwest. I was told if Inter wins, shots on the commentators. No me bañé, so
they're gonna shoot us?
No, I think they're going to take a shot off of us.
Oh.
So that's all you, bud.
You ever done that before?
Nope. Never will. I'm not. It's a health code violation.
I've never done that either. For the record.
Taj with give and go. Good through ball in the middle. Goalkeeper calls his shot, and just like that, he's able to cover that ball relatively nice. That's the Interzone position of this ball. 71st minute of action as a sliding, slipping shot. And just like we were talking about, not a lot of options for Southwest SC in these moments. Hopefully the player makes it up. Caroline says, Caroline agrees. She's never heard Ed Wing with a G. And she says, me neither. It's a silent G. Haha. Edwin. Unless it's in Spanish, which is Edwin, which I understand that. That makes Edwin.
Could be Edwin G as well. Edwin Gutierrez. Edwin Gonzalez. Garcia.
Well, you were close on that one. It's Edwin Zambrano. Very close.
Not really, but okay.
Very close. At least a little flag on the UPSL SoCal, UPSL website of Mexico checks out with the last names you're using. Player for Southwest has come up and is recovered. A lot of space on the right-hand side for them to use. And a lot of players on that side. Just kind of waiting for the ball, waiting for the action to come to them. A lot of traffic. And it looks like some contact there between two SD Inter players. It seems like they're going to be fine. According to the UPSL website, 5 goals by Taj Winard. And Spencer Hoyle 4, Jacob Fusen 2, El Fuse. Michael D. Khan. His name is Khan. Oh, qué control. All right. Good defensive read there. Is going to be a good through ball and a breakout. And almost like a screen by his own player there by Southwest. Ha, keeping it in. Almost Taj. Its direction says it's Edwiner. That's his name. Ah, he's a German fellow. So UPSL's it can't have duals because it's Mexico and it's Edwina. Edwina. Son Jimenez says, in and out después del partido? Question mark.
I'm probably down.
Probably no for you.
I'm saying I'm probably down.
Well, that's what Son Jimenez is saying. And he seems to be...
On you, Sung Hyun-min?
Huh?
Is it on Sung Hyun-min? You got
That's
a pretty nice designated player contract with LAFC out here.
Yeah, 100%. And a contender for newcomer of the year in the MLS somehow. I mean, not somehow, but kind of cooled down a bit after a good start. No need. Give him a card for that offsides for that attempt. No need for that.
To go for a bicycle kick when you're very clearly offsides? That frustrates you?
Yeah.
You gotta sometimes take your chance, you know?
Well, at least make contact. I
You know, no one's around you. You feel more comfortable going for a kick like that. That's a little bit unfair, Tony.
Erica, so in the comments saying, "Let's go, Edwin. You're amazing." Quite the fan club.
Shout out to Erica. Shout out to the Edwin Fan Club.
Shout out Caroline.
Shout out Caroline.
Keep those shout outs coming.
Yeah.
Even if they're...
If you guys ever have any shout outs you want, you can always let us know in the comments or call into our phone line. We do have a voicemail line. That is correct, right, Tony?
That is a correct phone line for SanDiego. For the 2 balls at the mic for SanDiego.Futbol, 619. Literally, the 2 ball hotline, 619-630-7868. Leave your voicemail, leave your thoughts. Soccer in San Diego. Give us a shout out, say hi, say hello. It's after 7:30. Rollover minutes. How old is the oldest San Diego Inter player? Says Sun Hugh Min. Well, I can tell you probably it's going to be your most experimented player in Brent Zuniga. I don't have an official number on there. I know it's 30-something. That, and then maybe closely is also Dan the Man, Danny Straukas. But overall, it's pretty young teams. Bunch of clean faces out there. Even Coach Paltalk, a young man himself, trying to figure out how to put away his chair. Looking for the quick turn there. Southwest SC. Buscando el gol de la honra. The goal of honor. Tiene muchos jugadores de la cantera. Yeah. San Diego Internacional's player pool is actually very deep. There's been players who played in NISA League. They've been who've played in the Soccers, who have played against, relatively recently against USL competition. Some of the players coming on down. East Lake Soccer League, one of the best teams as in recent times. As we're going to have one more substitute here. La cambiaron de camisa, so quién sabe. Question. None of them are paid correct. They're amateur level correct. They get paid with memories, bruises, turf burns, and maybe a cold one after.
Love of the game, Tony. Love of the game. Everyone loves the game at some level.
However, there has been movement. Actually, one of the greatest players for ST Internacional in its history in its 12 years, Marco Benito, who actually had history in and played with Chivas de Guadalajara. They're under 20 as this chance almost there.
What a clearance off the goal line by San Diego Inter.
No need, guys.
No, sometimes you need a clean sheet, Tony. That sends a statement to the rest of the league. The last match, you're already in the playoffs, but let everyone know we are not letting goals in right now.
They get free orange slices and water at halftime. I'll tell you, orange slices have gone up in price. A lot of them benefits barely kicking in. Very much welcome. Has ST retired a jersey number yet? I don't think they have. Even the owner's son played a integral part in this team, and no. Even then, Coach Alex has said no. Nobody is above the team.
Gotta love the badge, Tony. Gotta love the badge.
Gotta love PB European and Imports. If you have a vehicle that's imported or even a domestic brand, you can hit up Coach Alex at PB European and Imports. If you need a smog check out Baby Alex Jr. El Zurdo at Smog Express on Ingram Street. as this shot is one of the only shots that SD received. And look, you like to see competition go down swinging. That's what Southwest is doing as they dispossess SD Inter in their final third. This ball is going to stay. It's going to go out. They're going to look for a sort of throw and set piece situation. Mark Benito scored the most goals nationwide in the UPSL. UPSL has let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over 15.
I think it's over 400 clubs.
Yeah, for over 400 clubs, 15 divisions. And Mark Benito scored the most goals in the nation. That was the season in the UPSL that they almost made it to the final at a national level. The team that they actually lost to ended up winning the whole thing, Delfines from Arizona.
Now, how are there Delfines in Arizona, Tony?
Well, that is a phenomenal question.
You know, some people thought the desert was once the ocean.
That is true, and
I don't know about Arizona, but
that is a desert. Some would even say, what are dolphins doing caged up right next door to what we're doing here at SeaWorld? And that's even more pressing and important question. Some would say. This game is not sponsored by SeaWorld. Let me just put that out there. This game is not sponsored by SeaWorld at all. This throw was sponsored by the San Diego Zoo.
When was the last time you went to SeaWorld, Tony?
Last time I went to SeaWorld was 2 weeks ago.
There you go.
And everything's closed. And the Seal Show is still entertaining. The Seal Show actually pumps out a lot of local talent. It's almost a rite of passage for local stand-up comedians. A lot of local talent going through the formerly known as Seal Night Live. Shout out to the Sea Lions doing their thing out there, and yeah. But if you're looking to go to SeaWorld and watch some dolphins, bad news: dolphins are closed. Looking to go ahead and see some sharks, bad news: sharks are closed. And that should be called a handball. Referee says no, play on. Enough shoulder was in there, but this ball is going to be thrown in for Southwest.
Definitely handball. I believe last time I went to SeaWorld was in my sophomore year of high school. Homecoming.
Homecoming at SeaWorld?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they let you go on the little tower thing?
Actually, no, it was my junior year now that I think about it.
Whoa, a junior at homecoming. Look at you.
Yeah. They let us go on one of the roller coasters, but I did not go.
Did not go as this.
It's too busy dancing.
Too busy dancing. The 1, 2, 3, hot cha cha.
You a dancer, Tony?
No. Not
Well, San Diego Inter is dancing around the pitch right now. As Brent Zuniga would call it, you got to dance with patience.
Dance with I love that. That's incredible. Like
He could have been saying advance with patience, but
you know what? Dancing with patience, it's just such a beautifully poetic thing to say in soccer. Like that you should use that. You should take that. You should plagiarize him. Not that you ever have. As this should be a call to foul. A little bit of chop block there, but our Inter in talks with USL to maybe play in the Championship or League One. No, that is much bigger fish that needs frying. Lots of fishocide happening here on this stream. Season's greetings back. What would happen to the Sharks and Dolphins? They are under renovation as an attempt to a through ball goes into the hands of the goalkeeper. 6-0. 85th minute. We'll see if the center official le quita tiempo. As it stands, San Diego Internacional, who is currently in second place with 10 games played. City of San Diego, has that first place position locked up with 30 points. This is a game, almost a tune-up game, the final game before playoffs. There was no moving ST Internacional from that second place. With a victory, Southwest could have been third. This ball travels out. It's going to be a goal kick. Looking at the bracket for SoCal South of the UPSL, according to the website, no such thing is available. Thank you, UPSL. Everything from here on out that ST Internacional does is a business decision. Everybody needs to stay healthy, needs to stay in the game. No need for any silly cardages. Even though cards are cleared into playoffs, pase de tres dedos, well cut off. Sóbate. Shout out to everybody who's been in the comments section, helping time pass a little quicker. As a mistake here from ST Internacional could lead to this clean sheet being closed. Yep, that is the goal that breaks the clean sheet. Southwest con el gol de la honra, 6-1. You know, it's in some of these games. Go for it, Abe.
Sometimes you just got to high pressing attackers and take advantage of a defender kind of on the back foot, knocks him to his feet there, and then able to take on the one-on-one opportunity. You got to make those chances, and Southwest SC was able to make that. Now let's see how SanDiego Inter respond.
You know, sometimes the most remembered goal is by the team who doesn't win. Remember, 2014 World Cup. You know who was the only player that scored against Germany in that destruction of Brazil versus Germany?
I do not remember.
It was Oscar, former Chelsea man who just recovered from a heart thing over in China. So, season's greetings to him. Now we're just showing off here. Bring back the Sharks and Dolphins. A trabajar mañana. That is correct. 9 to 5. That's 100% the schedule for a lot of these players. Hopefully, everybody has good health insurance, because if you get hurt here, yikes. As this can be a response for ST Internacional. Sóbate!
Good to take a shot like that, Tony. Still showing life late in the game. Good defense by Southwest, but
Love of the game. Shout out Matias Woso. I guess seriously, there goes the Henny bottles. Yep. Oh, so it was a clean sheet stipulation. Interesting. Well, I'm sorry that happened and your night turned in that direction. El Oso Polar. It's better to have more 7 goals in the comment section. We'll see if SC Inter can give that to the fan base online. as that was almost harder to not have on target than to have whatever happened there. It took skill to miss that. And we'll see if Southwest wants to double their scoreline, and that's going to be the end of the match, right at the 90. It's almost like the referee didn't want to be here as well. 6-1, San Diego Inter closed the regular season of the UPSL SoCal South Premier Division. Then Tony Sanchez alongside Abraham Cepeda. 2 balls and a mic. SanDiego.Futbol tomorrow at 8 p.m. People asking for 10 minutes added. That would have been not all right. Season's greetings from Mission Bay High School. We'll see you next time for playoff San Diego Internacional.